We'll see how this matchup gets underway. Best of 3 to kick off the EWC. LXB breaks open that vent and plays close in towards Squeaky Door. He's going to have a lot of presence coming towards him. Kesserado newly resigned and will resign the life of LXB. Imma falling down, Cello stepping out with it. JL missing shots in the rafters, still alive and eventually getting taken out by Skulls. Bit now left alone. It's a 1v4 total for Bit, and he has got one already locked in, but couldn't stop Kesserado once he got those Julies in his hands. So a good start here for Furia.
At the moment, though.
Decent amount of damage done by some of these weaker weapons of NAVI. Now JL not favored to win that fight against Fallen.
Sure, but you'll take that damage. You'll tank it as you cross those smokes, knowing you have such a superiority of firepower. It's been an interesting start to the Esports World Cup, considering the opening games that we had. We've
had a lot of games.
G2, really close affair against Mongols. Obviously, that was fun watching the new look G2 with Snacks kind of at the helm in place of Hooksy. FaZe had a little bit of a tough time against FlyQuest on map 1.
Had to get the job done at OT.
And then obviously Malsashi was its own little scary 3-mapper that we had.
Imma just ran out of ammo, realized, oh, no bullets left, jumps to his death. Now Bit's big dig. Can you do anything with it? Plant is on the smoke, nice shot for Bit. Ooh, plant is down and confirmed, but Bit is swift to move into the back of the bomb site and then taken out by Yuri. So 2-0 start here for Furia.
3 Galils, 2 AK-47s. And Bit's gonna play behind the smoke and ramp, and that makes it so easy as they try and walk through. Beautiful double kill. Can't find Fallen, but damage is done. Information is passed over.
Wonderful can't really stick around and go for that fight either. Mollied back, he has to go up towards Heaven instead. So some ramp room space to play with now for Fury, and in particular Skulls, who can start to move into a position where he can maybe even start to flank on Wonderful.
Huge mistake.
They've made some space now off the back of that, and that does allow Furia back into this, but Wonderful starting to realize that possibility coming back. Looked like the perfect time, but he gets taken out by Skulls. And Furia with 30 seconds left, now even these numbers out at 3, but they're thinking about that lower bomb site. And if they come here, they've got to deal with Imma. And the Romanian, he's just waiting to strike, realizes he has to drop down into that lower bomb site. 19 seconds, he's inside of the darkness. They still have to try and check him. They've got an idea, and they deal with him. 13 seconds left now for Furia. Bomb plant coming through in that smoke, but JL with a headshot might have just sealed the deal here for NAVI. Yuri sticking to that plant again, has enough time, but JL does it again. It's Skull's life with no time left, and now he needs to stay alive. He can't go down after the time, otherwise $1,000 in the bank. And JL does so much in that round for NAVI.
Yeah, tons of bonus money. Really fortunate with that spam through the smoke, because Imma couldn't slow them down, couldn't put a stop to it. Good find from Skulls. Look for that aggressive play.
Look at this, aggressive play indeed from LXB inside of that smoke. Yuri's predicting this kind of movement though. He's got a read on it. Oh, barrel comes through and LXB will fall. JL holds the side for just one. Turned it out quite effectively. Awkward fight close door, but Kesserado wins it. And Furia now into a 3 versus 1. It's Bit who's made sound now coming up Heaven. Doesn't feel comfortable going back into the bomb site via that avenue,
and you know how much freedom is going to be given over to players. And I know when I worked with him in Liquid, his kind of philosophy of how he liked to in-game lead was basically giving everyone all the freedom they want. It's not even the Portuguese, although certainly that helps. It's just like within a team that isn't as dysfunctional as the Liquid roster was.
Yeah, well, Bit has just been spotted thanks to the shadows, so they're very aware of his close position here. They're going to try and clear him, but dealing with Bit is another problem altogether. Bit on the double, and now he has JL to act as a distraction as Bit cleans up 3 with a FAMAS. That is the only weapon worth talking about for NAVI, and finally it is stopped by Kesserado, but there's 55 seconds left in this round. NAVI, unfortunately, only have 3 USPs left, but we've seen stranger things happen, and Wonderful's position is so strong. They just walk right into it.
Yeah, there's no way to clear that. These USPs, weaker weapons, but they've got all the time in the world to slide into awkward spots. And now an M4 picked up. Kesserado in a 1v3, and he's going to miss the timing on Wonderful's change of position. You're going to have to take risks. Like, you're just going to have to make an educated guess. He probably thinks that somebody's pushed in towards lobby, might choose to plant backside, which would obviously make things really easy for Wonderful. And there's the peek, there's the kill, and NAVI stay on the board with a second round.
It's going to be very frustrating for Furia to lose that round. You're up against USPs and a FAMAS. It's well played from NAVI on the lower bomb side, though. Good teamwork here.
Really good teamwork, and obviously a very important first kill from Bit. You know, he gets that kill on Cello, and that's where JL can actually get involved in the action.
He has to get away from that. Yeah, Kesserado brought down to 5 HP.
And that Molotov doesn't go anywhere where Furia was really hoping it would go towards. It just kind of stops out in the open. Nobody can come through. Yuri's picked off Wonderful. That's the op down. They lost eyes on the drop on towards Garage.
Emma spamming down. He's getting close to dishing out some damage in towards the back of that squeaky smoke, but none connecting. And the minute and 7 seconds left. Furia hold the player advantage, but they don't have a whole lot of space to play with. And they've lost some health, particularly on Casterado, who's actually had to offer that AKO now on over to Skulls instead. I know him. He's been wanting to do this all round long, and now he gets his chance. Fallen detects that push forward.
And that's bit signal. Bit signal to start kind of getting an idea of getting aggressive in towards lobby. A late
JL
round
comes
crunch.
Yeah, sick play from Navi. 3 players, 1 pushing through ramp, 1 through hut, 1 through squeaky, and now Alexi B covers off the main entrance. Yuri takes out Emma, and Alexi B needs to trade this. And it's not so clean. Fortunately for Alexi, he did have JL somewhat close by, and Cello falls at the hand of Bit. So this round started with a Fury advantage and will finish with the Navi third round that ties this game up.
Yeah, but they forgot about the op. No one can recover it. No one's close by towards credit outside to pick up that AWP. So
He's got money at least.
They lose that. They got to respend it, which always hurts.
Yeah.
After the major win, I mean, the whole conversation around the fluke win, if they can repeat that kind of success, I know it had to have been getting to them. Good find from Caserado around the smoke. And I think that kind of final blast in London, despite not winning it, was sort of like, okay, yeah, we still can reach these levels. We can still hit this peak.
Well, JL's timing, as he takes a few steps back, he would have got a kill free onto Skulls. But timing has worked out perfectly here for the Brazilian. Streaming his way in behind, still hasn't detected Skulls, who is just waiting ever so patiently.
And he's calling lobby clear right now, which is super dangerous for Alexi B inside the bomb site.
Wonderful, picks off another. It's Yuri that goes down, and Skulls will activate onto Alexi B. Bit falls in turn. And now Furia with 40 seconds left. They've got a player advantage, but they've got to get that bomb down into the site. JL descends down the vent and will fall to Fallen, who now puts that bomb down on the A site. Wonderful, despite getting 2 kills out of this round, is unable to turn the tide in favor of Navi.
And they know his position. Took that shot at Caserado, so now they know exactly where he is. They know exactly the timing and what position his next piece of aggression could come from. So there's really no chance of him and no real reason for him to go for this. He's got to just kind of find that kill on Fallen. He's trying to take the op away and back off towards CT spawn, preserve the weapon. I would wonder if this is something they have in research of like a play they want to call, of noticing, you know, Navi sometimes leaves this empty. Let's see if we can test it, because twice walking through that smoke.
And Caserado just assassinating the upper bomb site. Alexi B and Emma goes down. JL stepping up. Bit has to double up and does exactly that through the control room window. Despite not starting the round at ramp, Bit is still able to deliver impact, defending this lower bomb site. Running out of ammo in that primary weapon. Switches out to the pistol. Couldn't finish off the job, but perhaps that will fall instead to JL. Yuri low on health. That smoke makes it uncomfortable for JL, but he moves into strong position. That gap in the smoke, it looks tantalizing for JL, and he's going to catch the perfect timing, leaving it all on Fallen. The Professor goes down to JL, and it is a 5-4 scoreline as Navi take a small lead thanks to Bit. Currently looking at a 14-6 scoreline right now for him in particular. And Emma under pressure, under a lot of scrutiny, and that's Casterado with some speed, packing a punch into this upper bomb site. It's a punch that'll knock out JL. That bomb site falls. Wonderful! Oh, descends down with a no-scope, and Casterado's out of there. What a stylish maneuver from Wonderful. And it's Yuri left in a 1v2, and they're both low, but Wonderful does not care. 6-4. And style points on top for the Ukrainian Alper.
They needed all of it from Wonderful, because we were struggling to hold on to that bomb site hit. Some of those upper busts from Furia so far in this game have been really effective. I feel like we're seeing a little bit of miscommunication in terms of how people are playing different situations. When you think about the Caserado double entry in the previous round, when you think about Yuri dropping on towards roof, being able to take out Wonderful with the op with no knowledge somebody was there.
Bit is locking down ramp again. Good position for him, but now has to reposition. Fallen in the meantime is coming up to try and get this flank on. Wonderful not reading this, not predicting this, and this could be very effective for Fallen, because no one is considering the fact that this is a possibility. Fallen could get a double kill from this, takes out Wonderful, sees Bit, and he manages just one this time. Bit. It is falling apart here for Navi in this round, and it is Furia piecing it together. This could have ended up being an 8-4 scoreline for Navi exiting the first half of play. And Wonderful is looking to be an absolute nuisance here for Fury, but they've dodged him. They've taken a pathway that allows them to get into secret, and they've traded positioning. Wonderful starts to think about this possibility. He's not seeing anybody until that smoke fades away. He takes out Yuri, goes back to cover off Cello, and it's very effective for Wonderful to kick off this round. It puts Furia down to just 3 players, And this could end up, well, it should be 7-5 now for NAVI.
And yeah, you can see they were trying to pinch into this upper bomb site, right? They were trying to wait for this smoke to fade over towards door and be able to attack into it with a pinch from Mini, but that ain't happening anymore. And Fallen's off. Not a great weapon to try and find an opening towards this upper site. Spots a leg, has information. There's Wonderful for a 1-for-1, but on top, this defense is way too strong.
Kesrado left alone, but Bit will crush him. What a strong performance from Wonderful in Bit, and it leads NAVI to a 7-5 lead at the half.
Absolute crap. We were not on the same page, but look, they still come out with the lead, and now they get to test their offense into the Furia defense.
Well, speaking of tests, Cello has one right now, and he does not pass. He gets absolutely destroyed by Wonderful.
But give him like a phone a friend, right? Get someone like
help.
anyone.
Yeah, unfortunately for Cello, he's left out to dry. And it is very hot here in Riyadh. It's going to be Fallen taking Alexi B out of that with grenade. It lands perfectly. Numbers evened out again. NAVI in this post plant looking to defend the onslaught of CTs, looking to try and retake this.
Ooh.
One Skulls goes out Decon and is decapitated. Is JL with that big headshot. Wonderful gone. Yuri following up. And a 2v3 here for NAVI. Suddenly down to just Imma and Bit to close this one out.
No
and
kit.
there's time, but yeah, it is starting to tick. And that big headshot from Bit is certainly going to help matters here for NAVI because they are just absolute nuisances at this point. Imma get back in, gets around the corner, and time is now ticking too far for Kesrado to win this round. NAVI will take themselves the pistol to kick off this second half.
Yeah, really good start. Really well done on the pistol round as well.
Fallen ready to fire the flash in. That should activate Cello. Good flash in back. JL completely blinded, but Cello took a little longer than expected to take that kill. JL started to become unblinded. Yeah, for the first time on this game, we've got Cello looking to say hello. He's got himself a kill on Wonderful. Big round from Cello. You'll get an important double. Most of his teammates needs to step up, and NAVI coming out, swinging and fighting, and getting into that lower bomb site. His numbers are now evened out with just enough time to put that bomb down comfortably and get away. Bit follows up with a headshot on Yuri, and Furia, this is a disastrous round for them. They were in a powerful position, but it just stopped working out, and NAVI are now looking to reach double figures on the scoreboard as the desperate lead back in is cancelled because Kesrado and Skulls realize they can't win this one.
I think it's a horrible defensive setup in the lower bomb site, or maybe just protocols and how you react to it. Cello obviously kind of struggled a little bit on top of that silo to connect with a kill, does get one. I think Fallen is way too committed to being like a hardcore teammate and supportive teammate. Out in the open, you've got 2-3 choke points you've got to worry about, the window and the doors on control side, Decon as well, and Fallen just gets completely caught with no ability to have an impact, and that is, as you said, a disaster for Furia. But NAVI is just going elsewhere. They're not going to fall into the trap. Imma's there kind of slowly probing into it, but he can take his time because the main thrust of this is coming from ramp room.
He's taking his time.
And they're just being quiet the whole way. NAVI's not giving up any information. Imma's going to find it at this point.
Oh, Cello's head just ducks down, spots out Imma. Who is very aware of the possibility of a second player being in that position. Now Wonderful opens those double doors. Tries to get that kill in towards the back of the doorway. Cello doing a good job at staying alive, but now time is a factor for NAVI to consider. So they put that bomb down. Now the pressure is completely on Furia to pull this one back. And so far, so good. 2 kills, pulled back. They're charging down Imma. They trade him out eventually. It's now JL and Bit, sure with better weapons, but those AKs, they've been picked up off the floor. And the spoils of war may work in favor here for Furia. Lack of kit is a problem.
It's done.
And they are locked out by that smoke. They have a grenade to blow it open, but they need this kill on JL, and he holds down just one. Bit now in a position at control room where he can take out the ramp player, and he's in a very good spot to try and deny the defuse. They're going to stick it, but the time is gone, and Bit has won this, just staying alive for NAVI.
I was going to say, it's planted backside. That could actually get a little bit sketchy, but no kid. Probably didn't have time for the defuse and gets off it anyways.
No one coming towards him this time. Last round was all about ramp for NAVI. This time, no one even thinking about it because it's all about charging through height. Skulls gets one. Effective flashbangs coming in for NAVI. Kesrado completely blinded, only good for one, but Yuri has arrived and has put it all onto Wonderful. So a 1v3, he's up against 2 snipers and a low HP Yuri. So there's a chance if he can get that heaven kill, but Cello nails the shot when given the chance.
It's pretty chill across the map at the moment. Even NAVI was like, let's just wait for like 20 seconds. Let's not do a whole lot.
Given the nature of the Esports World Cup, we've got so many esports going on, people are probably hopping between streams, Jason, but hold that thought. I was about to start the conversation, but Imma's about to end it. It's falling, strikes into his back. Bit to remove Yuri, and Skulls' lobby push comes at a perfect time. So close to a double kill, but JL is very fast on that headshot. Keeps Navi with 3 players apiece, and Bit is starting to wrap around the back of Fallen.
Yeah, Fallen's out-positioned here, and he doesn't seem aware of it whatsoever. He's trying to cover Mini for K-Serrato, who's in that upper bomb site all on his own, so he's not going to be checking anything in this direction, and Bit has found a way to wrap around outside. He can pause and wait and look for rotations, but if that AWP never has to move, he'll never find the opportunity. Now Cello's aware. Ooh. Timing of his rotation is going to be fast.
Good awareness from Bit. Great movement to dodge the possibility of an up shot. And he climbs up. Cello's faster to the top of the ladder. It's going to be a close fight and a no-scope from Cello. K-Serrato cleans up the rest. And it's 9 rounds for Furia as they are really back in this game now. Cello not with that secondary sniper. He's got the AK this time, and that is the better weapon to stop this ramp push as they're coming in, but the flash is so good. Fallen's got that quick rotate to try and help, and what a shot from JL. That deagle rips right through Fallen, and Cello, how good is he? Can he hold this? JL, he's the first to peek, and no one else following up, so Cello is able to get away with it.
A little bit of trickery, breaks the glass, repositions, stays close up. Man, I remember a JL deagle. That's nasty onto Fallen. And now they can pause and wait over in ramp room. A problem that they have to find is, like, it's so restricting to feel like you have to go underneath heaven, play from hell, but also you don't have the utility for control side doors, nothing for control side windows, but you do have the AWP in Wonderful's hands. And that can be just as good as a smoke.
He's clearing so many strong positions at the moment. They can just post him up. But Cello's peek through the control room. They know exactly where he is, but he is still dishing out death. And Cello finally taken out by Alexis B's Deeg. And they're coming to try and respond to this one. Furia trying to get back into the side. Has to be a retake now. And they have got kits, but they haven't got utility. There's 2 flashes left. That's all they've got.
Skulls need to be patient. Wait for his teammates to arrive. Waiting on the stairs. They both come down vents. But look at this trap set up. That door's going to spring open on Wonderful shot.
Wonderful misses the shot. Door swings open. Bit gets the double with the tech. And it is Furia to collapse to pistols. Navi find map point on Nuke. Oh, Fallen good advanced positioning. This time gets revenge on JL.
All right, Fallen rotating back now outside. Good. This is the most mobile we've seen Fallen so far in this game with this AWP, in this half, I should say. Still controlling the situation pretty well. Wonderful peering over the top, seeing absolutely nothing.
Ooh, Wonderful. Can't deal with the speed of Fallen in that crossover. It looks so good for the Navi sniper.
You can do a lot of things in 20 seconds, Dinko.
Oh, I'm sure you know about that, Jason. Now Lexi B and Emma charging their way into the lower bomb site. 9 seconds. Molotov clears out the back of the bomb site. Cello plays a double, but it's all about K-Serrato looking to try and pounce as the Panther denies the bomb plant, but they don't even go for it.
Yeah, I guess you can't. I guess you need 22 seconds.
Yeah, 22 seconds, right? You know, that's more the ballpark of getting something done.
That's really anticlimactic.
I was ready for like the hero stream from K-Serrato.
Anything really.
No, just nothing.
And now a little bit of aggression outside, spotted by Ema, so might slow things down.
Ooh, Big's looking for his 30, and he's got him with that headshot on K-Serrato, but he is not going to be happy with it. He would have wanted that second. At least information, there was a double setup in towards main, and that does allow Ema to feel more comfortable making his way down lower.
30-30 from Bit. Been a minute since we've seen that. This kind of a performance from him. Alexi gets in towards Secret as well. Couple players are there, 2 more to attack into Cello at ramp room.
Yeah, he's quite commonly played this spot, and he's here again. It's kind of uncomfortable now for Cello. He swings the fight, he's taken out. Yuri on the lower bomb site, tit for tat. And it's going to result in Furia being 1 player ahead, but Fallen is starting to strike. It's another kill, this time on JL, putting it all on young Wonderful to pull off a 1v3 with a bomb not in his possession.
We've had to talk about Cello so much in this second half, which is crazy to think when you consider he came into it with like 1 kill. Came into this half with 1 kill, and he's had a lot of pressure sent his way, whether it's ramp room, whether it's the lower bomb site. He's clawed himself up to 12, but he's had so much attention on him, it's almost impossible not to.
Take us into map 2.
It's that kind of almost like a mirage of the fact that, you know, you win those early rounds on the T side and you have such a big lead, but then the money starts flowing for the CT side. Then the utility starts coming. Then, as we saw, the double op setup from Furia.
directly tested this upper bomb site, so they're starting to get information with that push forward. This is a weird, I don't see this every day, Jason.
They've created this timing though. They just jumped utility to delay at the upper bomb site. Fallen's in trouble, he's got the first.
Yeah, close shot, sure, but now they're going to be running into the secondary op. And Cello this time impales the Lexi B, but Navi, that's the bomb down. 34 seconds, fire tickles the feet of Cello, and he needs to get out of there. 30 seconds for Navi to decide where they want to go with this one, and whether or not this is overtime or it is victory for Navi on map 1.
And Yuri's already dropped down below, so they have both bomb sites covered. K-Serrato at upper, Yuri on lower, and Cello is going to be here in support.
Yeah, from heaven to hell, he'll snipe away. K-Serrato staying at the back of the bomb site, unable to get a single kill, and Cello topples at heaven. It is Yuri in a 1v3, and he has to retake this site, and they know he's likely coming from that lower bomb site. Wonderful takes his head off, and Navi start off their affair here at the Esports World Cup with a map 1 victory over Furia.
Navi came in today and they're like, we're gonna ruin Cello's afternoon. We're just gonna ruin his whole experience. Coming right at him at the B bomb site, shot in the face right in the first second, and then cleaned up, and that's the B bomb site loss. Hey, that's the pistol run done.
Yeah, it was pretty quick, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Is that the kind of CS you were hoping for?
That's it. That's it.
Now
right
you can
here.
lie back. You can enjoy. There is a Furia player hanging around. It's Skulls, but he's not spotting too much. So
No, they've made the safe call. They're like, you have two pieces of armor. Okay, wait,
nope, they
no,
haven't
they're not.
quite yet. There's a kit on Fallen and a smoke too, so they want to go for this. Pick goes aggressive. Skulls, if he had hit that flick, then Furia right back into it. But now it seems unlikely, but Fallen keeps proving us wrong with every step forward. Smoke inside of the site.
No
Deep Fuse being
way.
stuck. Fallen holding it all the way, but a last second knife from Bit. Make it a double, and that is Navi with the pistol. We got the fun Counter-Strike Pimp was waiting for. Fallen peeking down into ramp, was down close to landing that shot, but JL able to get away with it. Now shoulder spotted. Wonderful doesn't move. He doesn't take a move because he didn't realize he got spotted. And so Fallen just takes him out quite easily. And that is a player advantage off the back of that glass cannon.
I'm wondering if Wonderful was even able to see Fallen on his screen with that kind of creepy crawl out like that. Fallen's able to get a freebie. Aggression on ramp with the op, though, is a trademark Fallen play. And he's going to keep it up. Little awkward inside this smoke.
Here's a Palace play finally coming out for Bit. He realizes his teammates feel rather uncomfortable, particularly Lexi B, but he's going to try and crunch with Imma as he tries and sandwich K-Serrato and Fallen into two players. Imma sweeps both under the rug. It's now Navi a player ahead with 49 seconds left.
What a good timing for Imma to hit coming up, Khan. And you could see, too, you talked about Navi feeling a little uncomfortable. Fallen as well felt really uncomfortable with the op close up at that bomb site, playing onto the balcony, close up and ramp inside the smoke. And as he's backing away in transition, Imma's just able to get a nice, easy double kill and then clean it up. 3-0. Cello will have that over towards the B bomb site. Fallen again working his way through the window room, this time jumping towards Catwalk. And he's got his first.
Nice shot from Fallen. Alexa B destroyed it on K-Serrato instantly, but that double up setup, it is working out this time. Cello up to the apartments, takes out JL, evicts him from his home. And we're looking at a 3v3 with Fallen primed for a jump up if Alexa B is to climb, but that smoke can't last forever, and Fallen will be exposed to multiple different angles if he stays here, so.
It looks like they're going to stick with their plan of going to the B bomb site. They were trying to execute a very fast split, but obviously both ops slowed that right down. But the bomb is coming back into halls, and Alexi's been patient this whole time.
Instead, Sid behind them at the moment, and this is his first ever match as coach. Recorded on HLTV.
First ever match of Skulls playing in the roster as well.
As Cello is waiting. But are they even going to get that fight? It might even favor Imma because Cello is pushing forward, focused on JL, who considers that a possibility. And he stands strong on 50 health to take out Cello and survives on 26. Now with 55 seconds left, they're starting to accelerate somewhat into this gap at the B bomb site.
I don't think they have the timing to actually commit to it. They want to apply a little bit of pressure. They want to show like they're committing to that B bomb site, and nobody's budged from Furia's defense at the moment. I think they feel that's a fake, but it's actually just buying time for the rest of Navi to get in position to split.
But Fallen is the only player here, and he's only got an AWP, so multi-kill potential is certainly limited, and he's got himself one in Alexi B. Has to be perfect in his positioning, and the threat is in the apartment. Fallen under so much pressure, but a missed shot from Wonderful, and the help of Kesarado keeps Furia in this one and keeps Fallen alive for a second longer, but eventually JL will push forward, take out Fallen, and what an important round JL has had here. Considering the fact he started the round with 50 health, he has still found so much impact, and now a 3v2 post plant for NAVI.
Yeah, Fallen did everything he possibly could. First kill, buying time as well, allowing the rotation to come in, but even that gets eliminated. And now you have to investigate to see if you even want to try for a retake, and Kesarado and Skulls say, nah.
They are just racking up the cash as well here for NAVI, so even if they were to go in a patch of bad form, lose a few rounds, they've got so many options to get buys back in. Catches the perfect timing and jumps up and down, dodge any bullets that might head towards his toes. But Alexi B slinks his way up through connector, and look at this timing for the in-game leader. Alexi B to drop Fallen. Now eyes on the prize of Yuri, but he'll stand tall, he'll stand strong, and he'll turn back for JL. So a 2v2 off the back of Yuri finally arriving to Mirage.
Oh, those flames might have hidden Ima's jump up in towards window. Cello can't see him around that wall. You can see the other player, Yuri, just kind of waiting. So they have an indication he's in this position. Ima's frozen, but now Wonderful's going to get involved in the action.
Yeah, he has to. He has to make the next move. Ima is stuck in this spot for the time being, and Wonderful is absolutely making that next move. Timing works against him on that pick on Cello, but will he detect the player at stairs? Certainly he will. Yuri falls off the bottom, and now it's just Cello trying to make this clutch happen. Running through the fire, running right into Ima, and the patience pays off as NAVI takes 7 rounds in a row.
This is the second time we've seen NAVI seemingly get stalled out with the play they want to make in towards middle. Previously, it was on that fast attempt at the B split, and the first time we saw Furia with the double up setup.
Of the full buy again here for Furia. That will come in the next round.
Furia's kills are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's pretty cool. That's something.
Not anymore.
Yeah, I'm glad you got that line out just before that D.
It was great while it lasted, you know?
That was the shining light for Furia. Now it dimmed, of course, as JL comes around, takes out Fallen. Skulls has been grenaded towards default. And NAVI now looking at 9. Kesarado had a chance of that deagle, couldn't quite get a second kill out of it. And he'll slip into connector behind the cover of the smoke. And NAVI staying composed, staying disciplined even in a round like this. They don't want to let any of these go in the first half. To think how this half started with an unlikely retake attempt coming down to a last second knife
so
from
close.
Bit.
Right, double knife from Bit at the last second.
Now Kesarado gets another deke out of it, but it's cleaned out for the rest of NAVI, and it is 9 rounds in a row. B finish is Cello is often good for just 1 here and then drop off. That's all he's got to do, and then rely on Yuri to come and help him from short. So Cello has to peel away with 1. Absolutely nails the kill on Bit, but then re-peaks unnecessarily, and that is going to give those kills back to NAVI in an instant. Yeah,
that repeat can't happen. That's a disaster. That's the losing play, because Yuri then gets limited in how he can play the situation. That repeat costs Furia so much.
He's right back into this one. 9 seconds, limited time here for NAVI to get that ball down, and Kesarado from the depths of hell tries to pull them out of it, but can't quite get the job done at the end. Oh my God, that was massive.
How are they supposed to get around on the board? How are you supposed to actually do it? Kesarado provides as much as he possibly can. 1v4 inside the bomb site, almost pulls it back, but NAVI on top of their game. Not going to let that one slip out of their grasp.
Emma just being a nuisance in window again, but here Kesarado, you see him in these kind of situations where you can see that he's going to have some isolated 1v1 fights, and you can never count him out of those situations. He comes so close.
Going to get challenged here. Flames subside, he's ready for it. There's no utility to activate this double spray down. Get out.
Was there ever a doubt? Was there ever a doubt for Bit? 2 headshots right away, and he is now traded by Kesarado.
I like the way Eva plays this map for the most part. Like that last round feels it's like a very disruptive lurk, right? It's not like a lurk designed to like kind of, you know, pounce on the back end after the rotation has already come, like try and like backstab as they're setting up for the retake. It's very much like, I'm going to stop you from moving to rotate to have any kind of support. I'm going to aggressively attack this fight as it comes into my location. And he's been doing a lot of that when he's been set up in middle.
Look at JL. He's going to get a lot out of this position as well. Look at Cello has no idea. Absolutely no idea that JL could have been that. And now Yuri with a MP9 and now spotted. Navi's chances of getting anything done in this round have shrunk increasingly towards the number 0. And that just so happens to be the amount of rounds the Furia have as well. So Navi in full control.
Like,
I love it. Yeah.
You add like a new team into the mix that's contending for trophies, and this gets real spicy. And I mean, let's not actually go too crazy on it. I want to kind of temper that a little bit. I mean, it is Furia, right? Like, this is a team that we don't expect to be able to contend and challenge for trophies. So,
roster.
Yeah, this is very much could be an element of their helping make Navi look good, but
I mean,
at some point, you just got to appreciate that Navi is looking good.
Wow, that certainly looked good. Wonderful, lovely transfer. Stays composed. Kesrado's had a couple of really nice kills in the last few rounds. 3v3, even numbers for the retake, but certainly not even in terms of performance at the moment. Navi sitting back, allowing Furia to move out, but they've got eyes on the exit points, and Furia have to go. They have to throw everything they've got in a desperate bid for the last round of this half, and Navi bring them no mercy. JL and Wonderful will close a 12-0 flawless half from Natus Vincere. And Bit is waiting up on top of Ticket. Punches his way through nothing. In fact, just error punches the whole time. And smoke goes down. It's a little bit of extra cover for Bit to work with. Imma takes out Cello quite swiftly. Kesron is doing everything he can here for Furia, but he's now gone. It's back and forth. This time Navi ahead on players, and the bomb not down for Furia, but they've evened out those numbers at 2v2, and the last two remaining Navi players are actually very low on health. Imma on 46, Jail on 11, and it looks good now for Furia. This surely is their first round.
Oh, Yuri's getting tickled through that box with the USP. That's not doing a whole lot of damage. Tagged twice, down to 86 HP. That's not going to be super efficient. So, Navi, how do they get back into this? Imma and JL starting to move forward just now.
Oh,
that's one way to do it.
Oh my god, there's time for this as well. Yuri looking to step up and save the disaster of a 13-0 loss. There's the first kill in the seconds, quick from Yuri. It is for getting the pistol and at least finding one.
That's crazy to think about how long he's been competing at the top, and he's still there. Alicia as well, you're right. Plenty of years left in that career.
Well, maybe more left in this game than we thought. JL stopped Cello. That smoke isn't good, but it's working out kind of both ways. As Fallen takes JL out of the equation. Kesrado trading, and it's very effective trading here from Furia. They're keeping themselves ahead, keeping their heads above water. And Imma in behind Ticket swings out to remove Fallen. And Fury yet to put the bomb down. It's getting a little more uncomfortable at this point. Imma creating an extra piece of cover. He can now reposition out to the left side of Triple, and this is a really cool move from Imma. Now, bomb plant is in, but will Kesrado get away with his life? He has nowhere to go apart from dropping in behind Firebox, and Imma has to be aware of that. Wins the duel against Kesrado, and now it's all down to Skulls. The new Panther in Furia steps up, at least with another round here, and this game keeps on going. Okay, oh sure. Unlucky for Imma. Alexibi is looking for one of his own back as they're about to charge in towards him. They line up, and that's the bomb. He's calling him to come on over. Get to this B-bomb site right now. And it's JL that will be the next to be tested. He does some damage, but he can't get the kill as Fallen stays in the fight. And so do Furia, as now they're up in a 3 versus 2. And looking to try and leap onto the bomb site for a plant.
Yuri can be an easy cleanup though, so Kesrado and Fallen make sure they don't do anything silly. Yeah, nice nade, blowing open, breaking the smoke.
Wonderful.
If you don't get a kill on this first glance in these next like 5-6 seconds, just time to bail. Save the AWP.
There's 5.
0 runway to work with. And you know, that's the essence of my issue with this 5 as a respectable scoreline.
Is there any speed behind this one for Cello? Yuri's out mid, the rest of the squad at B. Wonderful is committed into lower with his AWP, and he gets away with it. He actually gets away with that kill on Kesrado.
Then you have danger behind it. You have MP9 on
Alexi. MP9 versus MAC-10 action. SMG is getting up inside of this B-bomb site, and MAC-10 wins. Deagle comes in. Oh, JL, what a shot on the second. And JL still going, finally burned away by Fallen. Burnt to a crisp, and it might just be 5 rounds. All she wrote here for Furia, 2 versus 3 in the post plant. Bit coming back in from short. He's got that MP9 at range, and that AK wins every time. Bit is down, and the numbers now evened out, but Wonderful makes sure that that's short-lived, and it's all on Fallen. The Godfather himself, getting spotted at the back of the site. Half his health gone, and Wonderful will collapse upon him. NAVI with a 2-0 victory over Furia to open up the Esports World Cup.